Online teaching with Jazz. Online teaching with Jazz.
Hey guys, this is Jazz from Online Teaching with Jazz, and today in this video we're going to talk about some things that I think you should do in order to get more students and how to help your students with their pronunciation. So, first, pronunciation. Pronunciation, everyone wants to sound like a native speaker. Definitely, again, do your research on different accents. You're going to have British accents, American, Australian, but mostly American and British. You probably do not know this, but when we speak American English, a lot of our letters are not sound or don't sound as the way they are spelled. For example, butter. Butter is spelled Butter. However, our two T's becomes like a D sound. So instead of saying butter, like in British English, we say butter. And so when you're saying it, it may be a little hard for your student to say it. You have butter, better, water. We don't say water, we say water. Also, depending on your accent and where you live, if you're from New York, if you're from Florida, I think for me, or Chicago, wherever you are. But for me, I believe that I have a neutral accent, I would say. I used to have a New York accent, but I don't have it anymore. I lost it. So yeah, it's very important to pay attention to your accent and try to speak as clearly as possible, and explain to your students that in English how the words are spelt is not how you read them. So that's something to think about. Something else is phonics. Phonics is the key to pronunciation. Phonics is important because every language basically has their own phonetic symbols and pronunciations. And the reason why we get our accent from our language is because every letter it sounds different from in different languages. So for example, my second language in Chinese, I'm going to bring out my board. I need to get some new markers. I'm going to make a video on the things that you need to teach. But yeah, this cute little board, I got it from Target, if I'm not mistaken. And, get some markers with it. Let's see if you're going to be a strong one. Probably this one. All right. Are you working? Yeah, you're working strong. All right, so off topic, I like these markers. They're cute, simple, and I like that it has an eraser at the end, but that's another video. So anyways, so I speak American English. So if I were to show you the letter X, W, and let's see, J and Q. So I'm gonna give you some time to tell me, well, you can't really tell me, but to yourself, what do you think these sound like? So in English, X, you see W, you're gonna think it's like woo, and then J, Q, Qu. But if you have a Chinese student and they see these letters, depending on their level and their pronunciation, they're going to be like she in Chinese. X sounds like she. In in Chinese, WU sounds like oo. They don't say woo, they say U. And for J, sorry for my lights, for J, they say G, they don't say J. G. And then Q, they don't say Qu, they say Chi. I could have put these in order. So G, G, Chi, Shi, G, Chi, Shi. So it's very important to know, do your research and look up how certain languages are pronounced. Look up every language that you can, their alphabet. I believe I became pretty proficient in phonics and pronunciation is because I had already an interest in Asian languages, in Chinese, and then I wanted to learn some Korean at one point in time, which I will eventually learn. I realized that they don't have like an F, and their R and L is very similar. Actually, I was studying yesterday, I think. Their R and L is very similar. Their D kind of sounds like a T. Their G and K sound very similar. So it's so important to do your research and find out why they pronounce their letters the way that they do. My Brazilian student, I can close my eyes and know my student is from Brazil. If I hear like, you're gonna hear like, you're gonna hear job, YouTube, you're gonna hear that from your Brazilian students. Because from my understanding, a Brazilian student her English was really good. She told me that Brazilians believe that you're supposed to pronounce every letter phonetically, and in English far from that. We do not pronounce every word phonetically. My Chinese students, instead of saying would, they say would. I would like to go to the store. And they also, depending on which region or where they're located in China, they mix up the L and the R. So instead of saying red, this is for my Chinese and Japanese and Korean students, majority of the time, their L and their R is very similar. Depending where they are, it's going to sound like lead instead of red. Lead instead of read. So pay attention to that. And then overall phonics. Go over the phonetics with English. We have short and long vowels. And as a native speaker, I did not know this. I didn't know this for a while until I think I did the TOEFL certification course, and then I found out about that. So yes, there are short and long vowels. And I will make another video for that.
Yeah. Teaching tips in 2 minutes. Online teaching with Jazz. Online teaching with Jazz.